Thomas stepped onto the bustling streets of London, the air thick with the aroma of street food and the murmur of excited tourists. Each corner turned revealed a city steeped in history, but he craved more than the ordinary sights. His heart raced as he wandered into a cozy pub, where hushed whispers of ghosts and mysteries stirred his curiosity. The bartender leaned closer, a conspiratorial glint in his eye. "Have you heard of Hollow Lane?" he asked, recounting tales of ethereal encounters and a lonely artist named Eleanor Vance. Intrigued by the idea of wandering where spirits lingered, Thomas felt an irresistible pull towards the elusive lane. As night embraced the city, he found himself navigating the cobblestone alleys, his anticipation brewing a sense of adventure. Emerging onto Hollow Lane, the shadows lengthened around him, the air crackling with an otherworldly energy, hinting at the secrets waiting to be uncovered along its haunted path. As dusk descends upon Hollow Lane, shadows play tricks in the fading light, lending an eerie quality to the cobblestone path. Thomas strolls slowly, the air thick with an uncanny energy that prickles at his skin. Drawn by an inexplicable pull, he steps into a quaint art shop, its window adorned with whimsical sketches and vibrant canvases. Inside, a world of color and creativity envelops him, yet an unshakable chill lingers in the corners. Amidst the eclectic array of artworks, one particular painting commands his attention, a haunting portrait of a woman lost in thought, her eyes imbued with melancholic depth. Something stirs within Thomas. He feels a presence watching him. It's faint, almost like a whisper of wind, yet it ignites a spark of curiosity deep in his heart. Unbeknownst to him, Eleanor's spirit lingers just beyond the veil, her longing for connection drawing them both closer to a fate entwined with the artistry of the past. Thomas stood in the dimly lit art shop, his heart racing as he absorbed the shopkeeper's eccentric tales of Eleanor Vance. The old man leaned closer, his voice a conspiratorial whisper, recounting the tragic life of a once promising artist whose brilliance had been stifled by a scandal that rattled the very foundations of their society. Eleanor, with her fiery spirit, had painted truths that few dared acknowledge, but betrayal from a trusted friend had shattered her dreams, leaving her a restless phantom in the shadows. As the shopkeeper spoke of the whispered rumors that had followed Eleanor to her grave, Thomas felt a chill trace his spine. He could almost sense Eleanor's sorrowful energy weaving through the shop, echoing her unfulfilled longing, entranced by her story. A fire ignited within him, a determination to help this tormented soul find peace through her unfinished masterpiece. The mysteries of Hollow Lane had only just begun to unravel. As days passed, Thomas found himself increasingly haunted by Eleanor's presence. Flashes of her life began invading his dreams, vivid and poignant, conveying her deepest emotions. He would awaken, his heart racing, feeling the weight of her struggles and unfulfilled dreams. In one vision, he saw Eleanor painting passionately, her brushstrokes full of life, yet her eyes reflected a haunting sadness, a yearning for recognition that eluded her in a constraining society. Each encounter with her memories drew Thomas closer to understanding her torment, igniting a compelling urge to help her find closure. He often wandered through Hollow Lane with a heavy heart, hoping for a way to bridge their worlds. Yet where there was darkness, he sensed a flicker of hope. Thomas vowed to uncover Eleanor's past and grant her the peace she so desperately sought, realizing that in doing so, he might also discover his own path as an artist. As Thomas wandered deeper into the heart of Hollow Lane, he stumbled upon an old, forgotten gallery, tucked between the more modern establishments. The weathered facade hinted at its former glory, but an air of enchantment still clung to the dilapidated building. Pushing open the creaky door, he was greeted by the unmistakable scent of aged canvas and linseed oil. Dust motes danced in the dim light filtering through grimy windows, and his breath caught as he stepped inside. The walls were lined with Eleanor's unfinished works, each piece a haunting echo of her talent and ambition. He could almost feel her presence, the emotion in her brushstrokes surging through him. Determined, Thomas approached a canvas of swirling colors and deep blues, recognizing the raw passion within it. Vowing to bring Eleanor's story to life, he felt a spark of hope ignite, propelling him to fulfill the artistic dreams she'd left behind. As Thomas delves deeper into Eleanor's past, he finds himself engrossed in stacks of yellowed newspapers and forgotten records at the local library. The scent of aging paper fills the air as whispers of the past tickle at his consciousness. Each article unveils snippets of Eleanor's once thriving ambition, painting a picture of a vibrant artist whose life was overshadowed by scandal. He reads about the betrayal, a close friend whose envy fueled vicious rumors that led to Eleanor's untimely demise. Driven by a newfound urgency, Thomas realizes that the unfinished paintings he discovered bear hints of this dark chapter, each brushstroke seemingly charged with Eleanor's emotions and unresolved conflicts. He feels her presence guiding him, urging him to see beyond the canvas. The mystery of her tragic end begins to unfurl, intertwining his fate with hers. Determined to help her find peace, he pledges to uncover the truth that has kept her spirit shackled to Hollow Lane. Under an ethereal glow, Thomas felt an unsettling chill course through him as he stepped into the heart of Hollow Lane, darkness pooling around his feet. Suddenly, the world shifted, plunging him into uncertainty. Within moments, he was no longer in the alley, but in a vibrant artist's studio from the early 1900s. Paints filled the air with rich colors. Laughter of friends mingled with the cadence of a piano. And there, amid it all, stood a young Eleanor, eager and radiant. Mesmerized, Thomas watched her paint, her brush dancing on the canvas, embodying a spirit untouched by the betrayals that would shadow her future. Conversations about dreams and aspirations flowed around him, illuminating the passions that had once ignited her fiery spirit. Thomas felt the weight of his own struggles diminish, transformed by this intimate glimpse into Eleanor's life. As the scene flickered, he grasped the depth of her pain and the hope she once held, igniting a fierce determination to bring her story to light. Thomas felt a sudden chill wash over him as he walked deeper into Hollow Lane, shadows creeping around him like whispering ghosts. The once familiar alley now seemed a battleground of dark emotions. Eleanor's spirit, restless and vengeful, manifested in the evening air, her anguish swirling like fog. The tension thickened as echoes of betrayal filled the space, a remnant of the friendships that had once sustained her, now twisted into shards of resentment. In the oppressive silence, Thomas sensed her turmoil. "Eleanor, I'm here to help you," he called, his voice steady amidst the chaos. Shadows danced and contorted around him, pulsating with Eleanor's unspent fury. Struggling against his fear, Thomas stepped forward, determined to confront the dark spirit that overshadowed her. A surge of courage coursed through him as he faced the spectral manifestation of betrayal, ready to advocate for Eleanor's freedom, to protect her the way her art had once shielded her soul. As the days passed, an unbreakable bond began to form between Thomas and Eleanor, transcending the boundaries of time and mortality. Under the soft glow of the gallery lights, their conversations deepened. Thomas shared his own aspirations, revealing his dreams of being an artist, while Eleanor opened up about her painful past, the stifling expectations that had suffocated her spirit. She spoke of the joy she once found in painting, the way colors danced on the canvas, bringing her visions to life. With each exchange, Thomas could feel Eleanor's essence rekindling within him. her long dormant passions igniting a fierce determination to help her reclaim her lost identity. Emboldened by their connection, he promised to honor her legacy, vowing to complete her unfinished works. In those moments, the gallery turned into a sanctuary where two souls, one living and one ethereal, found solace in each other's shared struggles and dreams, united by the transformative power of art and understanding. As the dawnlight filtered through the cracked windows of the abandoned gallery, Thomas stood before Eleanor's canvas, his heart racing with purpose. He felt her presence enveloping him, guiding his hand as he picked up the brush. Each stroke was infused with her vibrant essence, mirroring the tumult of her emotions, her passion, her despair, and the unfulfilled dreams that had haunted her for so long. The colors danced and intermingled, creating a swirling masterpiece that was both her story and his. With every flick of his wrist, he sensed the heavy weight of Eleanor's legacy begin to lift. This was more than just completion. It was an act of love and reclamation. As the final touches settled into place, a rush of energy surged through the room, illuminating the painting with an ethereal glow. At that moment, Thomas knew he had captured Eleanor's soul, igniting a flicker of hope that resonated deep within them both. As Thomas delved deeper into Eleanor's past, he combed through old newspapers and dusty archives in search of the truth, his heart racing with anticipation. In the corner of the abandoned gallery, he unearthed a hidden drawer within an ornate desk, finding an unopened letter addressed to her betrayer. His fingers trembled as he unfolded the fragile paper, ink smudged yet legible, revealing Eleanor's raw emotions entrusted to the cage. In her elegant yet desperate handwriting, she poured out her heart, explaining the betrayal that had shattered her dreams and the pain of leaving her art unfinished. Tears welled in his eyes as he read her longing for forgiveness, both for herself and those who had wronged her. This revelation ignited a sense of urgency in Thomas. He knew it was the key to granting Eleanor the closure she deserved, compelling him to confront the shadows of her past and offer her the peace she had long sought. With newfound determination coursing through him, Thomas stepped deeper into the shadows of Hollow Lane, armed with the truth from Eleanor's letter. He sought the spirit of her betrayer, a dark presence that loomed heavily in the air. The atmosphere crackled with tension, and as he reached the spot where Eleanor had suffered greatest betrayal, the air grew colder. There, in the depths of the alley, a figure materialized, twisted with regret and fury. Thomas felt the weight of Eleanor's sorrow resonating through him as he confronted the malevolent spirit. "You cannot hold her captive any longer," he declared, his voice steady amidst the darkness. Words flowed like a river, fueled by Eleanor's pain and his own courage. The spirit writhed, and as they battled wills, a powerful light began to emanate from Thomas, a beacon of hope for Eleanor's release. In that moment, he felt her presence strengthening, ready to break free from the shackles of despair. As the final stroke of paint connected the canvas, an electric energy filled the air, and Thomas felt Eleanor's presence swell around him. Her ethereal form emerged, surrounded by a gentle luminescence that brightened the dim gallery. With a poignant look of gratitude, Eleanor stepped toward her vibrant painting, which shimmered like a portal between their worlds. In that moment, memories of her past, her dreams, her sorrows, and her vibrant spirit swirled around them, merging into a breathtaking display of color and emotion. Thomas's heart ached with joy and longing as Eleanor turned to him one last time. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice a delicate echo that resonated deep within his soul. He felt warmth envelop him, a comforting embrace as she moved into the painting, transforming into a radiant vision of freedom. Within seconds, she was gone, but the essence of her spirit lingered, promising to watch over him, a guardian of creativity, now liberated from her earthly chains.